And CLG are one of those NA hopefuls that we've talked about. They had a decent scoreline against Na'Vi, but it didn't really reflect the game in the sense that Na'Vi were always in control. So the last chance saloon for them, one of these teams is going to be bitterly disappointed. And, you know, it's hard for me to pinpoint, well, A, first of all, who can win? And B, who really needs to win more in terms of the team evolution? So that's the opening conversation that we should have.
In CLG's case, this could be an eye-watering match. I mean, this is one where all the NA hopefuls today made it. So, except Team Liquid, actually. I guess Cloud9, they made it over Vexed. Okay, fine. Team Liquid, okay, they had the harder opponent of everyone. They almost made it. They're doing well. If CLG lose here, Dignitas is in real trouble. That no one's figured out what's going to happen now. They've got Tensky. So, I mean, I think this is one where Dignitas have just made their first major in quite a while. It's not that terrible if they go out, but I think CLG has to win here.
And Robin, as you can see, the veto is well underway. CLG taking out Inferno and Overpass. Dignitas taking away Cash. Where do you expect this to end up?
Well, you know, since Cobble is in the map pool, I'm expecting Cobble.
Both teams don't mind playing Cobble, certainly.
Yep, so Dust 2 being removed there by Team Dignitas.
Historically, both teams like Mirage, CLG particularly, so I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down. I mean, it's there we go. It's going to be Mirage or it's going to be Cobble, so
yeah,
we'll see what the random thing does.
Are you surprised by Dust 2 being taken out there by Dignitas? They have
it's been a while. That's been one of their bans for quite a while, actually.
And on top of that, I do agree with the ban since when was Cobble? That's Cobble. I'm done.
It's not random.
I'm ready. I love Cobble, mate. Let's do it.
But yeah, since they lost Nico, this was a long time ago. But when they after lost Nico, they don't have a solid opera, right? So then
True. Just 2 becomes problematic.
Yeah,
I guess.
and
but
then
also,
you have JDM, who's been playing really well as of late. So
he's not just playing really well. He's the carry for the team. He is the hard carry for the team. So I think I think Dignitas have to consider that and just counterpick them, try and close off as many open maps as possible, because look how vital JDM was to almost every round that CLG won on Cobblestone towards the B bomb site on CT. He was just popping everyone who was coming through team main. As soon as he had to rotate towards A, was in an unfavorable situation, often 1 versus 2, etc. Then he couldn't take it over the line for his team. But JDM is definitely the key player for CLG here. So closing off maps like Dust 2. It can only be advantageous to Dignitas.
For me as well, it's always good when Cutler shows up, just being solid. You don't expect it to be a mad frag or anything, just putting in the numbers that you don't really pay attention to. And then, of course, the guy that's supposed to be the superstar of the team, Tarek, you never. I still never really know where I have him in a game. You know, he's either gonna do something decent or he's just not gonna show.
We'll just focus on Team Dignitas. While we're talking about hard carries, AZ did his level best the other day. Had the highest number of frags on the server against Envious, but of course he almost had as many frags as the rest of his team combined. Everyone else didn't really show up. So I get the feeling he's going to be vitally important in this game if Dignitas are indeed to do anything against him.
Well, and particularly the person who didn't show up was Pim. And Pim not only didn't show up, he was terrible. There's a point in the game where I think he had like 2 kills in the first half. This just can't happen when you're a player of Pimp's level, especially because you used to be such a stable player, a player who always found your way to get kills, who even when the rest of your in fact, it used to be like what AZ was doing, that used to be Pimp. The rest of the team could go to hell, and he could still get it going. He could still play like he was a quality player, and you always thought the reason he didn't get into a team like TSM was more politics than anything. It's not that he wasn't a good enough player.
Yeah,
so,
quite an emotive guy as well on social media. And while we're talking about that, actually, Duncan, I do want to give an anecdote here, just in case people at home think that Thorin isn't always Thorin. It's some sort of persona he's created. As we were walking past Team Dignitas in the practice area earlier, Duncan leaned over to Pimp and said, maybe you could get 6 kills today.
The optimist. always acknowledging, accepting who people are, but trying to encourage
it, though.
I can't believe it.
I started cursing now because that was so funny.
Trying to encourage him to be more.
Right. So there's the CLG.
Don't settle for 5.
lineup on screen there. Obviously, we talked a little bit about JDMs for the hard carry, as James described it. Tarek, Fifth Lauren said he wasn't convinced by him. Duncan, I'll bring you in. What do you make of Tarek?
I've never been convinced by him. He's another guy where if you watch online CS and you watch him in North America, oh, what a budding star. He's so good. And if he plays aggressive, he does blah, 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 blah. I only watch world-class international lands, and I've never seen this guy do anything. I've seen him have average, slightly above average games. I've never seen him take over a game against a top 10 ranked European team and show that he's a star. That's what stars do. Stars turn up in the big games to get you the kills you need, and they hard carry. And he doesn't hard carry. At the moment, he's just a decent player. player. So for me, the big problem here is for the CLG side of things. I know JDO's playing well. He's been playing well ever since IEM Gamescom in terms of coming over to Europe. He's a good player. My question is, do they have a second guy? Can Tarek step up and be the other star? Because, okay, Pimp was terrible yesterday, but in history of Dignitas, it's been the Pimp and AZ show. Both of those guys, they can come to play. So what's the star going to be for CLG? Is someone going to join JDM, or is he going to be on his own? And is it going to be a narrow loss to Dignitas?
Then it would beg the question, could it be this guy here on screen?
Definitely
FNS?
not.
Why definitely not?
He's the worst player on his team, and he's not the in-game leader anymore. That was his whole role within the team. He's supposed to be this in-game leader who had a good grasp on what people needed since he's played with them for so long. Now, supposedly, he gave up that role to Cutler, as far as I'm aware. I'm not sure why people would even particularly hype him in that sense. He's more of a support player.
Well, it's interesting you say all that, Duncan, because when we had our head-to-head matchups put together, we had AZ.
When you say we?
We, not the desk.
No. What happened
Never
is,
us, of course.
when you're out back, Valve used their randomizer to pick the best player for CLG, and you know what? It's Cobblestone again. Yeah.
So
everyone loves Cobblestone. No, AZ's an extremely good player. I can see why TSM were interested in him. The only reason I think it's good that TSM didn't pick him up is because Zipnix fits their team so well.
Yeah.
If you pick up AZ, he's another person in the ilk of a Cage and be a device type player now. So I think he's a very good player. He's unfortunately not comfortable with having a team currently who can support him being a world-class potential champion. Then you look at FNS. I don't really see the head-to-head matchup in that particular sense. They're not really playing the same role.
If I can just bring my esteemed colleague James in at this point, Duncan's obviously been very disparaging there about FNS's talents. Is that a sentiment you would echo?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of a head-to-head, really you're looking at JDM.
Yeah,
that's like from what we've seen yesterday, JDM is the whole team at the moment.
Managed to go toe-to-toe with Guardian and do quite well.
This is a pit bull versus a field mouse. You don't put them in a fight, Rich.
I don't know, mate.
This isn't a children's movie where they have swords and they can speak English and stuff. Yeah. It's a pit bull versus a field mouse.
I get it, man. Fifth Lyron, do you agree with that assessment as well?
I mean, just basing off of AZ, like a while back, he was good online, same as Tarek. And then he started going to the two events, and he really didn't show up. But now, as of late, he is starting to get into that role there. Okay, I need to be the hard carry for my team, especially after Nico left. Because I always used to refer to Nico as one of the better players in Denmark. And then obviously he ends up leaving. You end up picking in another one, and then you have Pimp, very solid player. As for FNS, I think that it's just basing the whole composition over CLG. Yeah, sure, they have JDM, but the thing is, the whole idea is that Tark is supposed to be that number 2 star that's supposed to help JDM and get those big numbers, and FNS is supposed to be there to help them out to do that. But when Tark isn't showing up, then you basically have a bunch of players that's already, up to par, and then you have JDM just basically trying to pick up the scraps and make something happen.
Well, here's the thing, though. What do we know about Team Dignitas on this map? Because we've seen CLG on it at this event. They went up against Na'Vi. Na'Vi very competent and capable on Cobblestone, of course. And they took 13 rounds. They took 13 rounds when Guardian was going ham. Now I know the scoreline's flattering. I did say that right at the top. But can Dignitas do anything on Cobblestone?
I think they can. I think they're a team that's not a decent tactical team. They haven't shown much of it at this tournament. New roster, who knows if they're even going to be the same sort of team. Even one player, that's obviously 20% of the lineup changes, so it can change radically what your team is like overall. But thinking traditionally of their strengths, I think Cobble's a decent map for them.
If we can lead that thought into predictions, we've had the 90-second countdown.
I'm going to take Dignitas for this one. I'm still not a believer in some of CLG's qualities. I think they're consistent, but I think Dignitas is going to get them in a surprising win.
Okay.
I feel CLG. I think this is the point of time where we were talking about who needs to prove themselves. For Dignitas, they have a new player, yada, yada, yada. CLG, they've been around for a while now.
Yeah.
They need to win this game.
I agree. I think CLG have to win this game if they want to be taken seriously. James?
I think CLG didn't show much on their T side against Na'Vi. And they played catch-up on the CT side. Again, Guardian basically beasted Na'Vi's way to victory at the end. So I'm going to say CLG, but possibly close. Yeah,
it's going to be a close game. Well, look, thanks a lot for your thoughts, gentlemen. Without any further ado, we're going to get into this game. It's going to take us to the halfway mark. Lots going on. Team Dignitas versus CLG. Take it away, boys.
Hello there. I'm DDK. Joining me is Natu, of course. We have an excellent matchup here. Dignitas, can they do it here today? Can they step their game up and deliver what they should have delivered yesterday against, Natu, CLG, this is the big chance for them
Yep, I mean,
to really break out as an American team.
yesterday they had a very solid CT side. They had a lot of diversity on the CT A setups. They kept moving around where they were defending. They were aggressive on side hall, aggressive down middle, halfway aggressive side hall, stuff like that. Their B defense was okay. It was their T side that just could not deliver. They managed to create an opening towards that A side down the middle earlier on, but they kept forcing towards that B bomb side, not really getting rounds on Na'Vi. So let's see if they can diversify their game here on this T side.
Yeah, it's actually a quick fast push here for Counter Logic Gaming down mid towards that A bomb site. Really fast push. Hayes going to jump through the smoke, instantly drop MSL. Now there's Pimp behind the APC next to the site. Nice pop onto Hayes. He needs to do a lot of work here as his teammates file into the retake. And there it is, Cutler and Tarek. They're just getting entry one after the next. And things are looking fantastic here for CLG on this T-side start. They should be able to close this down now. They have the bomb site available for a plant. I see Tarek there just covering both sides, balcony and the connector door as well.
Yeah, very simple times here. Utilizing just one smoke, and here we have the retake coming through. It's going to be a very tough one. 2-on-4 situation. AZ managed to get Tarek though. Do they manage to get more?
And Cutler there just playing around that APC. The reload comes in for AZ. Not able to really capitalize on Cutler, and it's going to be a pretty nice frag there from Finesse to finish off AZ, helping Cutler out of a nasty little spot. And 1-0. Great economies for CLG on the favored side, the T side.
Oh yeah, definitely. And just a simple tactic there, going towards that A side directly, just going through the smoke there in middle, getting that first pick, getting map control, and getting that site control right away. Just utilizing one smoke to the connector and making it a fast 5-3. Getting that bomb down, then making it to a 4-2 after plant, which is a very, very tough one when you're trying to retake that A site. So a great start for CLG here, picking up that pistol round. And as we can see here, Dignitas has opted to go for that force buy. Pimp with that scout, rest with armors, and some pistol upgrades here. So see how it works out.
Yeah, I like that JDM has that P90. You can just run in there and just take all the fire, just jump past those nasty corners. And we see the setup here from CLG. Slowly going to try to just crush towards A.
Yeah, and very little amount of utility for CLG. Just one smoke, basically, to work with here. So that could be an issue at this point.
Yeah, that said, Dignitas don't have that much to really directly deal with them going through these choke points onto the bomb site directly. There's nobody here on A long really, and these big ranges that CLG are playing for, they're going to get them with these AKs, so it should really go very well for them. And JDM's already starting things off, getting close with that P90. He can really take the risk for the team, not having a risk of giving away the AK. And right now, Dignitas doing the smart thing actually, just saying we're going to hold back and save these this force fight.
Exactly, there's nothing they can really do about it at this point at all. And CLG is utilizing that one smoke they had correctly. Took the right choice of going towards that A site with just, I think it was Tensky that was towards that site basically. However, it was MSL that went down. With 4 players alive still for Dignitas and they force spot. At this point, there's going to be a lot of hope for that retake. So it's the best possible choice at this point. Just fall back to T-spawn as they have. Go to those towers and dungeons and try to save your weapons.
Yeah, and every edge in a professional match is something you want to try to get and salvage. And one thing, one of those tiny edges that Dignitas are not giving away to CLG is even just the kill bonus of the $300 in trying to take the fights, because that all adds up. There's the smoke grenades that can actually be invested into utility, into future pushes. So trying to play the safest game possible, and you got to respect that from CLG.
Yeah, at the same time, CLG not dropping a single player obviously is going to be a big thing going further, that first weapon round possibly. But since Dignitas saved those weapons, that's going to give him a bigger chance of actually making a fight out of this round. So again, it's going to be a gamble that Dignitas has to do here. They need to stack one of these sites. Seems like they're going to be throwing 3 players towards that B-bomb site. Just 2 guys quite aggressive here towards this A. Pim taking that shot. Not connecting though. He's forced to fall back though. And the build-up is coming from CLG. They're going to be moving towards the B-bomb site.
Yeah, so the round 2 of the anti-force buy is playing out here. It's a bit of a different choice from CLG, getting almost herded, you could say, avoiding that scout of Pimp. And this is a very, very good way to play your anti-force buy. Just backs against the wall, moving slowly up the plateau. You can use Molotovs if you want to deal the close positions, but the flashes will do the job as well. In comes the first entry there. Tarek taking down Kirby. We've got JDM working on the drop zone there. As MSL also pressured by Tarek. It's falling to pieces, this defense here for Dignitas. That said, they will pick up a single frag onto Tarek, but it surely won't be enough. And hey, Dignitas will be buying in the next round anyway, so they didn't have a huge expectation here. But one big deal is getting some damage in. And Pimp, he can just throw away his life here to get this damage done.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to try to do that as well. Just going to be swinging by here. Claim that drop room as well. Just to get a cheeky little shot. that Scout is such a mobile weapon to have. So in this situation, he may actually be able to catch a kill. Let's see how it works out for him.
And he's going to actually just find that AK. And almost in those engagements, the Scout actually would be better than the AK from perspective, because as you say, like super mobile, just peek out, take a shot, and even if it's not a headshot, you might get the kill. But either way, 3-0 for CLG as expected after the pistol, and now we are going to see Dignitas with their first buy, and this is where things get really difficult.
Yeah. It is. I mean, there's no off for Dignitas to start off with, as we can tell here. They have nades to work with, obviously, here at this point, but it's going to be interesting. How do they approach it? Seems like they're going to be just throwing ESL ONE here. He's going to be playing quite aggressive here in middle, down middle, getting some early information, and they'll send 4 people towards that B bomb site, which is where CLG right now is building up a fast attack.
Yeah, this is looking pretty strong from Hayes right there, just so deep onto the B plateau, already throwing in the Molotov there for the chicken hut, just trying to burn in his CTs, and they need to get past this smoke and actually start attacking the site, because Dignitas are indeed rotating in. The smokes will cover their approach onto the bomb site. Tarek's going to wrap around the side, find the first engagement. Kirby goes down. We've got trades in from AZ, but Tarek is cleaning house here. These are very important frags, but Pimp is going to survive. Takes down Tarek, 3 versus 3 with that bomb ticking away now, and Dignitas slowly work their way in from all angles, but it's just not happening. Cutler locking it down by the bomb site. Tensky the last man now here for Dignitas, the Danish side. They are relying on him to win that first buy round. And JD has got an excellent position, gets the shot.
Always there.
And there it is. CLG with an excellent round. And if this cannot be solved, Dignitas can have real problems, because yesterday against Envious, they didn't even get to play their CT side.
Yeah, they need to have more presence to that site once an execute comes in there. As you could see on that round, there was a wall of smokes created by CLG, and Dignitas was on the wrong side of that. They could not really have any impact on that initial attack before it was sort of too late. And it was quite obvious, unless something very unfortunate happened to CLG, that they were going to definitely win that round as well. So Dignitas needs to push in further. They need to create pressure here to this B long, where CLG seems to be pushing a lot of effort into, just like yesterday against Na'Vi, but obviously it's working a lot better for them right now.
And here it is. They're just going to keep playing this B plateau play, and it's very good in pretty much every situation. A lot of teams do struggle to deal with this, and again, you keep your back to the walls. Really nice to trade from as well, trade frags. But whoa, Kirby's going to find himself a headshot with that Deagle. Hayes goes down. And now things get a little bit scary, because Cutler got tagged as well. They should really be trying to move in quickly here, and the grenades are starting to come into play as they look for the picks. But this is smart by Dignitas, just not showing at all.
Yeah, right now, this is like they're spending way too much time around CLG right now. But that being said, Tarek gets that kill, but Ace returns it as well. So it's a 4-3 situation for Dignitas.
And the bomb is down on the site as well, and everybody's tagged right now. There's still a bunch of pistols. It looks like Dignitas are pulling this one off. AZ picks up 2 more. It's just Cutler left at this point, and he's got so much work to do. AZ's going to pull off the quad kill with that Deagle. Amazing stuff from Dignitas. I mean, they capitalized on a moment of doubt from CLG.
Exactly.
They slowed the push, and boom.
I felt like it was more CLG throwing that round away than Dignitas actually winning it. Once they were attacking that site initially and then just stopped the attack, that's when you have these moments where Caribou and AC can just bring those Deagles to play and manage to get the picks. They should have just fallen back all the way, just ran towards that A site. Instead, they were just sort of not doing anything and giving Dignitas the opportunity to get those kills. And there you have it, Dignitas on the board.
Hesitation is always going to be a problem in matches like this. And Kirby's close to the smoke here. It's this way he could really pull out a solid result. Already the first frag on the defense. Hayes going down, trying to spray as he covers his retreat there. And Dignitas with a nice advantage to kick things off now. CLG, if they want to force this as they did in the previous round, it is going to be much harder at this point, because nades have been used and they're down a man as well.
Yeah, at this point, actually, they've been so heavy towards that B bomb side, so maybe the best possible approach at this point, it would be a bit of a double fake, where you fake this B approach, and then you'll try to fake an A approach, and then you actually go into B. But JDM creates an opening on Tensky in drop room, so that's maybe going to change things. They still have 15 seconds to work with here. Caribou really low on that B bomb side as well, so next kill is going to be big in terms of how this round turns out.
And here we go, JDM looking for those angles. Kirby's not going to show himself. AZ up on the tree position, awaiting, and that's a great flash. That's going to give JDM a bit more space. AZ might have a bit of trouble here, trying to actually get these kills. And there's the quick trade there. Kirby onto Finesse here, but can the CTs, can Dignitas hold this bomb site? AZ's still in a decent position to prevent plus, but there it is. JDM, that covering shot that definitely is going to help CLG out massively. And Tarek getting boosted up onto the tree. Great play there. Good improvisation on the positioning, and that's going to be the round for CLG.
Yeah, well, this is the nightmare situation for Dignitas. They've just won a round and then lost it. Obviously, it was a bit of a save round for Dignitas, so they will have some money, and actually they will be able to invest on this money. It has to be pointed out that JDM is so good in that position around that box on B plateau, as we have Tarek here with his last 2 kills of the round. But yeah, JDM's so very good at that spot. I think everyone knows exactly how he plays it and where he plays it, but he still manages to deliver so much covering fire on those afterplan situations, and once his team is taking over that site.
And that was a slow round from CLG. They know Dignitas are in a bit of trouble on the utilities. This is a good way to abuse that.
Yeah. Only one smoke for Dignitas. That could be a big issue, holding off an attack. But this time around, you have Pimp on that AWP. Finally, an MSL try to be cheeky. Sneaks down there.
Oh, that's a great play there from MSL. Capitalizing, falling back. Very smartly done. Tarek is now down. And, well, it's the T-side cobble. So there's still loads of options with 4 players. They can still decide to try to keep pushing and taking map control towards A. Or, as we're seeing right now, they can move towards B and leave a lurker towards A. Dignitas don't really know what's going on just yet, but this setup between Kirby and AZ could certainly be quite potent.
Yeah, it's interesting right now. The double stack that be along, that's exactly where CLG is coming as well, so this could get hairy for CLG.
And there's AZ with the first contact, and that might throw them off. Oh, Kirby! He was there to take the rest down, but it didn't happen. The bait play is not going to pan out there for Dignitas. And now they're down a man. 3 versus 4, and they need to re-enter the B-bomb site. This couldn't be worse for the Danes as they try to stop this push in onto this B-bomb site. Hayes is trying to get himself and essentially cover that spot, but Pimp has got it with that AWP, and that's going to buy a little bit of time for Dignitas to get into position here to stop the plant. Pimp gets himself another one, and Tensky and Pimp now, they could very well do this. The bomb is going to be planted in the nick of time, and in comes Cutler and Finesse, just taking those post-plant positions as they can. Finesse staying close with the MAC-10.
Yeah, the next kill's going to be huge.
He spots both players there, so that's good information. They know that there's not any kind of boost going up, and there it is. That's the really sick one-on-one there. Finesse taking down Pimp. Tensky, the new man, it's all on him. And Cutler with a really abusive position by the box there. Finesse still toying with Tensky. What can he do in this position between these 2 players? Finesse is still getting damaged, and he's going to find the frag as well. He's going to pick up the AWP. And that is a great save from CLG. Going down a man early, they still convert.
Yeah, I mean, Dignitas should have had anything going on in that round. Pimp had 2 free kills. After the first one, CLG still had a smoke they could have thrown to that connector area. Haste here getting these kills with FNS, by the way. But still, they could have used that smoke for that connector and not let Pimp do those openings. That actually created that 2-on-2 situation. So even though CLG won that round, still sloppy play for them. And Dignitas right now, they're going to be forced to a save.
Yeah, the full save, just 1 P250, $250. That's all that's invested really in this round, $300 rather. And so it's going to be very problematic for Dignitas because they won't really be able to realistically get economic damage done. And that's all you can really hope from a round like this. And you can see how CLG are playing their anti-eco round, which is always good to note. How does a team want to approach this?
Wow, Tarek getting dinked though, and he was their point man with that Mac Daddy. Not managing to get any going on with him. With JDM though, gets that to become AZ, and it's just map control slowly going to CLG. They're taking over this drop room and getting a kill on Caribou as well, so things going well for CLG right now. But Pimp manages to get MSL.
Yeah, it's UMP
Pimp,
picks up.
Not MSL, but JDM.
But one thing cool to note actually about the way that they're pushing in, okay, you know, they are losing core players here or there, is the fact that they are sending the SMGs first, the 2 SMGs that they bought up because they know that the Nico is coming. They send those to be the guys that can, with low risk, go and attack through these choke points that could be potentially dodgy. You don't want to give an AK away in those spots. So very well done, nicely set up round by CLG, and we'll see Finesse just holding down the drop area. He's going to spot one of the players, but doesn't know they're both there, and even with a smoke to play with, he'll try to get something done here. Drops in, and Finesse will take him down.
Yeah, it's just going to be Pimp left here, and he has a UMP, so again, he's just going to try steal an AK here. Let's see if he manages to get an opportunity. No, he doesn't. Cutler is going to finish off the round. It's going to be 7-1 in favor of CLG on this T side already at this point, and still looking very good for CLG at this point. They're getting, I mean, obviously attacking that B side a lot, but the thing is, like I pointed out before, it's a lot about them getting early control of that site. Dignitas needs to be able to put more pressure into that B long as CLG is trying to enter into it.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting spot now to see if Dignitas can actually find a way back in here, because they really struggled on their T side yesterday against Envious. Sure, it's Envious, but they need to start pulling things back here, and this is really the point of no return that they're coming to, I would say, very soon. AZ there close by the smoke. It's going to see if he can do some damage here, but this is a nice approach so far from CLG. In fact, Dignitas can't know how many players are behind this plateau push, and indeed, CLG are actually falling back into drop zone, and AZ is going to take down Hayes, and he's controlling long right now, and they don't know exactly where all these teams have gone.
Yeah, what a weird situation for them. They actually went through drop room and tried to go to a wraparound through connector to A, but that sort of failed. Bomb is down. It's going to be a 3-on-4 situation in favor of Dignitas. It's going to be 3 guys from Dignitas around this connector area as well. They're smoking off the drop room window. It's a very tough one for CLG to recover that bomb. Finesse needs to be the guy that worked that magic. Needs to get that pick on MSL. Doesn't manage though. The question, is he going to burn him alive?
Oh, wow.
No, he's not.
So that flash, man, that was so perfectly timed there from Dignitas. So I don't know that they even knew it, but boom, AZ's in there. Oh no, JD missing a shot there. He will find the finish eventually, but he's taking critical damage in the effort. And there's only 25 seconds left, and that bomb indeed is just dropped in the most horrible place possible.
Needs to save it at this point. What an interesting round from CLG though. They were basically doing the same thing towards that B long. Maybe they noticed that there's going to be too much presence towards that B long. They felt there might be a gap in drop room. They actually got down there, tried to go through connector to that A site, but they got, I think it was Pimp that really stopped that push happening. The bomb was dropped in connector, and that was pretty much it. JDM going to be saving that op for the next round.
Yeah, I wonder if CLG are going to go for a different approach now. Now that it's like, okay, maybe, you know, they're not feeling B plat as much. Let's try taking the map control properly as like 4 men at the very least towards A, and see maybe if they can actually put together an A execute out off of that. Or potentially just, you know, fall back, you know, leave the lurker on drop and then fall back onto a B push. There's so many options as the T's, but they should really start trying to test A.
Yeah, this is the psychological side of things right now. Dignitas is going to be very hesitant of rotating off of B if there's any presence towards that bomb side with so many attacks that have gone that way. So this would be a great opportunity for CLG to fake B and then actually go to A.
And they are actually taking map control towards A at the moment, so trying to put the test onto players like MSL and Pimp. And they've got long for free, and that's actually a good sign, because there's some information they can use in the future as well in some of these T rounds. And that's not the first time they've had long for free, and you can build executes easily off of a long control. So usually a lot of teams like to put players there, but Dignitas not so much, it would seem. They're falling back onto the side, just smoking things off, and trying to play the information game. But the rotation might come in a bit too late here, and there's now the execute is going to hit the site. Tarek gets the entry. Got Pimp here on the bomb site. He's pretty much he's got to do a lot of damage here to really give his team some kind of chance in this one. Nice, just stepping out from the corner, taking down Cutler straight away. Oh my god though, Tarek's in with 2 fast frags, in from the back goes Finesse, diving in. It's now on JDM against Kirby. 30 seconds left, and he's pulled out the pistol as JDM, he goes in for it, he's gonna get it as well. Kirby goes down by the APC, and that is it. CLG win that crucial round against Dignitas, and that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that was just back and forth battle on that A site. Like you said, a lot of long control right away for CLG. Then the initial push, and it was Dignitas actually managed to do a rotation very early on, but still, it was CLG that managed to win that one. JDM with that one-on-one against Caribou.
This is an amazing start for the North American side here.
It's a disaster for Dignitas. They're not able to string together this round. Just winning one and losing the one after is going to put you in a very, very horrible situation with your economy. As we can see, 3 of their players are not going to be able to buy properly for the next round either.
Yeah, we got, again, CLG are taking advantage of, you know, just pushing in towards A. It can be quite risky. You've got so many corners to deal with when you're playing against the pistols, but CLG, again, you know, just providing some presence and falling back a little bit. Yeah,
Haste here just sneaking towards the B long here. He's trying to hear what's going on towards that B bomb site. He probably is going to be the one trying to get some information. However, Caribou is pushing in right now and gets picked off by Haste there. So that's going to be 1 kill in favor of CLG. It's going to be a 5-on-4 situation, and then it seems like the Americans are building up a B attack at this point. Only Cutler here towards the A side. He gets a pick on MSL as well, so things falling apart for Dignitas.
And this has been a really nice approach to this round, actually, from CLG. you got to imagine that. Put yourself in the shoes of Dignitas. They are going to get a couple kills here, but the B bomb site is controlled by CLG now. But yeah, to put yourself into the shoes of Dignitas, you're seeing pushes all over the place. You can't know where to put your players. Yeah. We saw a lot towards A there because of that early A presence from CLG. They're just constantly messing with the information game. And all the information Dignitas are getting is not good.
Yeah, the smart thing from CLG is the fact that they sent the SMGs to both of these sites. So even if they lost a weapon, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if they had lost that weapon. So having those two AKs and AWP working sort of in between those two guys is the smart thing to do. And I think it's going to be a tactical pause for Dignitas at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're having a really hard time of it here, and I mean, you could say, oh, you know, it's getting quite late into the half to use it, but that said, they're not going to have any second off to play unless they start getting rounds on their CT side. They've got to get the next rounds, and look at this money.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, it is 2-9, right? But I mean, it's a map where you can rack up those 10, 11 rounds on T side. So I mean. Either you will need to have something very cheeky, aggressive on their CT side, some kind of a setup you can do where you basically push one of the two sides, take a gamble, force buy on this one, or you just go into that double save, maybe pick up 2 ops and try to control the map earlier on, try to have an earlier presence before CLG gets to execute a strat. That's been the big issue. Once CLG is actually executing something, Dignitas doesn't seem to really have anything going on.
Absolutely, and right now Dignitas, they've only got between $3,300 on the player with the least money and around 4K on the players with the most money. So they have a very, very poor amount of money here. So they're probably really thinking, do we go for another save? But they're actually going to force it up, and Famis is going to be out.
Yeah, it's a reasonable choice to take at this point. Obviously, being 2-9 down at this situation, it's very frustrating for the CTs when, you know, the terrorists have been attacking that B-bomb site so many times. And they've tried, for now, Dignitas has tried different approaches. They've been more passive, they've been more aggressive, having boosted 2 guys on that plateau, still not managing to really break those attacks from CLG. So it's at a point where CLG is just all over when it comes to mental game at this point, and having that B-bomb site in a lockdown, and FNS trying to get that drop control really fast here as the round starts, but that pre-molly from the CTs really slows us down, so that attack is going to have to happen in a later time.
Yeah, that was that. You could see that they were really wanting to get that fast push in there indeed. And well, Dignitas are going to use most of their nades to stop it, so you could argue that that's actually going to work out for CLG.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's fair enough since CLG's been so fast trying to get map control and out towards that B bomb side, so utilizing a lot of nades early on is only natural at this point. But like you said, that gives an opportunity for CLG to just wait them out and do an execute a little bit later towards this round. And as we can see, they are building up around here towards the B bomb side. They want to take this drop room control. They're smoking the right side of it, so it's going to be a bit of a sandwich effect here towards the B bomb side.
Yeah, 2 players here, Cutler and Tarek, looking for that drop zone control, and they're trying to coordinate it with their teammates going down the B long area, and it's actually working out right now. You can see AZ has to look in 2 spots, but they're not attacking the position. Probably they're not getting the trace they need. AZ's locking it down. 2 huge kills for AZ, leaving Tarek all alone here for CLG. Tensky and MSL against Tarek. He's got to plant the bomb. He's not got much time either to play with. Looking for the first engagements here between these 2 players that are left. There is a smoke there to help him out, but there is a peek from MSL. That's going to be that. Dignitas will claim the round after the timeout, and this is a very important round for them to win, because now there's a bit of breathing room, but they did lose a few players there, so the rebuy is going to be not as nice as they otherwise would have hoped.
Exactly, this is the point where it needs to turn. If Dignitas have an opportunity in this match right now, if they lose this round, they're going to be in a lot of trouble in a lot of ways in this matchup. But in that round, obviously at pre-mall they did a lot of work. It would have been a fast B split basically from CLG, but it was denied with that one Molotov basically, and afterwards that B executed. It was lacking a couple of flashes for it to work properly. We have FNS turning the mid control right away already, and no kills being traded at this point.
Wow, and FNS is there pretty much by himself. There's no other players there to help trade with him, and that's kind of surprising considering there was basically a player or 2 not doing almost anything on the CLG side, so wasted opportunity there. And yeah, you got to call the misplay there from CLG, and it's not helping them at all. But there will be a trade. MSL's going to get pop flashed in after they take an advantage.
Yeah, you have a 5-on-4. You want to fall back. You already got that kill. Why do you have an all-in situation? Why would you like to put everything into that one flash and try to get another kill when you already have an opportunity in a 5-on-4 situation? So just fall back and play more passively. But
especially
MSL,
on Cobblestone as well.
Especially on Cobblestone. You have a lot of rotations. You're always going to have one spot that's going to lack a CT if someone goes down. So this 4-on-4 situation definitely favors the terrorist at this point. And another attack, there's a B-bomb that is happening. So it's going to be a lot on AZ once again.
Yeah, this is the problem as well, like, especially on Cobblestone, because that drop zone, you almost need like 6 players on your team to actually properly hold this as CT. And now all they got is AZ on the statue. He's got Famous, he's almost by himself in this position. He's got some support in Kirby, who's by drop, but AZ's going to find himself the kill on the distraction. Tarek was not looking. AZ gets himself the second kill as well with the FAMAS. Pimp is now chiming in onto Cutler and Kirby. Before you know it, it's going to shut down the round for the Danes. And now CLG are starting to lose the fuse. The momentum's starting to show here for Dignitas, and they finally forced an eco out of the Americans.
Yeah, that was AZ all the way. He was playing very patient at that B bomb side, just waiting for the right opportunity, and peaked at the right time here. He gets the first kill on Tarek and the second one on JDM, leaving only Haze left in a 1-on-4 situation, which is a very hard one. Doesn't manage to win that one. Dignitas 4th round, and CLG is going to be on that save, and Pimp is going to try to get some early information here. It's going to be a B drop attack.
They got double up going for them as well, so this fast play could actually end up being a little bit problematic here for Dignitas. The double ups, not always the best against in an anti-eco, but it seems like they're able to hold things down well here. So no big economic damage done. There's only 1 kill there for Haze so far, and indeed the trade will come in from AZ in a timely fashion. So 5-9, and it looks like Dignitas are making a bit of a comeback here, and they could be very good for that 6-9, because I mean, we don't know yet if CLG know how to deal with the double up setup of Dignitas.
That's a very good question to be asked, actually. Now, now we can tell, judging from this round, if you're Dignitas, you would have hoped for double ops way earlier on this half to make it harder for CLG. But obviously, it's going to be last round of this first half. It's 5-9 for CLG, and by the looks of things, it's going to be B-bombs out of once again.
Yeah, back to the tried and tested, the fast play, but once again, Team Dignitas showing that they've got the counter grenades to stop this kind of a play in its tracks, and at least slow it down, allow themselves to get in position. But the execute's going to come in regardless. Now, will they actually come in off the back of this? AZ's in position by the statue on the bomb site. He's been really consistent hitting these shots, and that's not going to change. First one is claimed by AZ, but he's going to get taken down by the oncoming Tarek. Great response by Kirby, but the trades are really coming in quickly now. Finesse through the drop zone, and it looks like CLG have the bomb site, but the bomb still needs to be planted. And MSL is coming in from the back, but that's not going to really help too much if he's now the lone standing member of Dignitas, looking to claim that last round of the first half. And they know where he is now. MSL with a massive amount of work to do against 2 AWPs and the AK, despite them being low. That nade's going to be fantastic. Tarek's going to go down. And now MSL is playing against two patient Americans. Going for the defuse. Is he just going to hold this? He's going for the hero mode hold. They're buying. They're not buying it. Oh my god. And he's going to actually steal away the round.
Wow.
Naughty, talk to me.
I don't know. That was a meltdown. Did they not hear the defuse sound, or what went on there? Neither of the two actually even initiated on that bomb.
No shots through the smoke or
nothing
anything.
happened. So that was weird. I was already ready to critique Dignitas' defense that B bombs, that I had no idea what AZ was in that position alone, that site where he could be attacked like that, like he was in that situation. So, but still, MSL come to rescue and giving Dignitas the 6th round and an opportunity going into this T half. It's something they can still work with. And obviously, earlier rounds of this half were really hard for Dignitas. They made it happen in the later one, getting 4 in a row, and AZ being the biggest part of basically, he was the one that kept Dignitas' chances alive here.
It's really nice to see that. It's giving his teammates something to really play with here, and they're giving them a lot of space to work with. Some of those, like holding the site in the calm, collected manner that he did on the A-bomb site is really remarkable, to be honest, keeping this cool. Because also, you have to imagine, based on yesterday's performance, AZ realizes he's going into this one thinking, I need to perform. If my team's going to win, I have to be the guy that makes that happen. This is actually a thing that you see from Guardian. He's got that mentality when it comes to Na'Vi. He's like, for my team to play their best, I have to just crush every single game, and that's a lot. That's a big burden to have.
And on CLG's side, you can see from the scoreboard, it's very even out. Except for Haze, he's quite down on the scoreboard. The rest of them is between 11 and 14 frags. So it's been a team effort for CLG so far, and like 85% of their attacks going to that B bomb side. So it is very similar to what we saw yesterday from CLG on that T side, but still, obviously a lot better than it went against Na'Vi. Is that a is that a testament of how good Na'Vi is on that CT side, or is that a problem from Dignitas? I think it's more of a problem from Dignitas CT side, to be honest with you.
One quick extra point actually about it, the whole pressure situation with AZ is that originally AZ, because he used to play with Dignitas back, the TSM lineup, they used to be Dignitas, and one of the reasons why he didn't fit with that team because he was very young, and actually pressure was a problem for him.
Yeah, he was.
It's something that he's fixed actually in his game, it would seem. And
you could argue that's been a problem to a lot of the TSM players as well. Dupree, Device, those guys, they always, they were famous for crumbling in situations where they were not ever getting over the hump, but finally they did. And it's going to be a pistol round now. It's going to be Dignitas has a set of nades with MSL, and they're going to be going through this drop room very, very quickly. It's going to be a B split.
Here we go. This is anyone to this point in this match. JDM is going to go down straight away behind the boulder, and it's a quick bomb site take here for the T side. Dignitas looking pretty good until Tarek comes into play with a quick double with the USP by that chicken hut, and now Kirby, the young upcoming star of Denmark, is looking for a frag, and he's going to find it onto Cutler. Just Tarek is left alive in this aim battle, and Kirby is rattling off shot after shot with that Glock, has to switch to another one, and he's got a bit of time to play with to try to outplay Tarek positionally, outmaneuver him, and there it is. Tarek finds the headshot, 4 kill from Tarek.
Wow.
Amazing that he's able to pull that off from the chicken hut. He completely saved CLG there.
Wow, yeah, that chicken hut position really paying off for Tarek, and they had no idea he was there. That's the benefit of having that silenced USP. It's this pew-pew mode from that chicken hut, getting those kills and winning that 1-on-1 against Caribou. That's going to be huge going further, and that's going to force Dignitas into a force buy. They have 3 smokes, 1 flash, and everyone's, except for Tensky, has a Tech 9. Tensky has a Deagle, and it seems like it's going to be some kind of an A execute that Dignitas is throwing at CLG. And as you can see, Haste is going to be the only line of defense at this point here. Pretty aggressive in the side hall with his Nova.
Oh, big proper pump is coming out to play, but he's going to get dinked straight away. Hayes just going to throw a grenade to cover his path, and he's going to find a kill out of that. So it's kind of a nice save, but still a little bit lackluster. He would have expected more. And Team Dignitas are now barreling onto this A execute with all the smoke still in play. 3, in fact, that they've yet to throw. In fact, they're going back right now.
It makes sense. That's the right call right now. They got that early kill, I think, even before they expected to get it, and that's going to force a rotation from CLG. It's only natural at this point. They know that B-bombs is probably going to be weaker, and something they could think about at this point maybe would be a bit of a B split through this drop room and this B long, but they're still hesitating on their decision making at this point, just sort of going back and forth, waiting for things to happen. Maybe it's going to be an A split actually, because we have 2 guys here in drop room and 2 going towards this A site.
Yeah, and I mean, Finesse, if he can just cut this off here, he could be the hero to save CLG, because this split is going to be really deadly if they take connector. Oh, that's a brilliant smoke there to allow them clean pathway into this split. JDM knows about it though. It's just spawning AZ for a moment, but where is the engagement? JDM having to look between 2 sides now, and kills are coming in incredibly quickly here for the Danes, as Finesse finally gets himself through onto the angle. That's a really important kill there. Getting through the choke point. Oh, he's greeted by Tansky's Deagle straight to the face. Finesse goes down, and now Tarek in this 1-on-2 is going to get a Deagle treatment from Tensky as well. Full frontal lobotomy, and there it is, 7-10. Dignitas are actually climbing back here. This good start is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Exactly, and a great call from Dignitas. They got that early kill, or trade kill more, like 4-4 situation. Always going to cause some kind of a gap in that defense, and Dignitas slowed it down. They threw a smoke, caused a bit of rotation from the CTs, went back and decided on making this bit of an A split through connector, and that A ramp worked perfectly. JDM sort of got off guard there, not managing to get any kills going on the board, and that was the A site lost. And that's Dignitas giving themselves another opportunity here. And as you can see, CLG has bought a few pistols here, a couple of grenades to work with it. No armors though. It's not going to be a full investment from them. And Dignitas taking it really slow, just trying to get some control, getting some idea of what CLG is doing on that defense.
Yeah, Tensky was just creeping closer and closer to the very dangerous positions. He's got the only Molotov is actually on Tensky, and you really need that to just plant it close to try to get rid of the close pistol players who can get in that headshot range, that one-shot headshot range. And here it is. The push comes in, drop zone and long at the same time. You can see that they're splitting up the CTs, and it's really working out wonderfully. What a shot there from MSL, just shotgun straight to the face of Hazed. And now Cutler will come in. Of course, a very expected result for Team Dignitas, but not to lose anyone is job done.
Yeah, they had a great execution there. The timing of the attack was perfect. They managed to do that sandwich effect, making it really hard for any of the defending players. Cutler here trying to steal a weapon, but Pimp gets him, so That's going to be not a single weapon loss for Dignitas. Always going to be good going further towards that first weapon round. But CLG obviously has to save another one here. They're going to be investing in a few pistols. They'll have a P250, a 5.57, a CZ, and a couple of nades to work with. So another save here, another possible gamble from CLG's defense, and at least try to do something economically for Dignitas. Try to get a few picks here. Try to steal a couple weapons would be the best that CLG can hope for at this point.
Yeah, we might have a pretty similar round playing out right now. As, you know, Team Dignitas, they understand is they're up against more or less the same, and then we start using the shotgun just as you expect JW to try to do so, to work open the position of drop, but it's not going to happen. Finesse finds that kill, and now things could get a little bit interesting.
Weapon, pal.
Oh, what's happening here? Tensky pulls out the deagle. Oh my goodness, gets the kill onto Tarek. That was a bit of a panicky situation, but Tensky's going to find the frag and restore an air of calm to the team.
Yeah, you have 3 CTs still towards the B bomb side, and Dignitas still has a minute to work with. They have not committed to either of the bomb sides. Tensky trying to get some information. Cutler spots to the terrorists though, so they know the Dignitas is closer to this B bomb side, but they haven't spotted the bomb though, so they don't know where Dignitas is going right now. I don't think they do themselves either, to be honest with you. They're still scouting here. Caribou taking over this middle, trying to get some information there while his teammates are waiting towards the B bomb site. So obviously, it seems like the attack is going to be B anytime soon.
Yeah, I like this here from Dignitas. They're just waiting for a mistake from CLG, and that's what they're going to find. Cutler just runs into a very exposed position, gets taken down, and that's the opening they needed onto the B bomb site. So very well played, forcing a mistake out of your opponent and capitalizing, getting punished in there. Dignitas will find themselves in a good position in the hold onto the bomb site. And there it is, AZ with a quick double. He has been playing amazing so far this major for Dignitas. And it's nice to see that Dignitas are finally looking like they are in control of the game, because I think this is the first moment, because we saw them against Envious yesterday. It looked like it didn't look like it was a team at all at that point. But now they're starting to find some momentum together.
Yeah, it feels like their T sides, generally speaking, it's like they're pretty good at finding the right rhythm, understanding when to push and when to hold, and you know, like we saw in that force buy in that second round, where when they traded that kill, they did exactly the right thing. Instead of committing to that A site when the rotation was coming in from the CTs, they just held back and then eventually made a decision of splitting that A site, and it worked out perfectly. So it feels like somehow their T sides are pretty competent, actually, generally speaking. It's that their CT sides may not be as good.
Yeah, now it's the AWP in for JDM, so this is where things could get tricky, because he can be such an explosive player with that thing. He's so damn good with the AWP. And Dignitas now, if they go for these B plays, he could be a big problem. But we just got Tensky, he's kind of trying to do the Olofmeister there, trying to just get himself into position on B plat, just to waste some grenades, you know, create an air of pressure towards the CTs, create an air of obscurity so they don't know what's going on. They have no idea how many players are actually there, especially considering how many B rounds these teams do like to play. And they don't have anybody forward on A, CLG, to spot the information. Hayes is going to be in for a rude awakening as he turns the corner, finds MSL. MSL not getting the kill there. In fact, there's the frag for Hayes, but he's stuck in a corner. The nades to finish him off. And here is now the rotation coming from the CTs, but they have not to be too hasty.
Yeah, it's going to be just Cutler here on this A side. You have a rotation coming in. It's going to be FNS, and it's going to be Tarek also coming towards this A side, but Dignitas is still falling back. They're actually not even going to this A side right now. They're trying to take this B long control right now. Tensky is going to be the point man. He's going to be facing an op though if he goes through that corner, but that's a smart smoke they just threw there. But JDM thinks nothing of that and just takes the kill on Tensky.
This is interesting right now. Dignitas are trying to do quite a lot at once with this round, and it's not really planning out.
It's falling apart.
They were trying to abuse that advantage, but maybe they can still save it here. Pimp with a nice entry there towards the A bomb site, but Cutler, he's at the back there by the barrels. I don't know that they have any idea about this, and there it is. Pimp's going to get caught between two players, and he's going to get pinched and crushed. And I mean, that was the crazy round there. Dignitas maybe making it a little bit more complicated than it should be. I mean, you can see they're trying to deny rotation, having gone along, and trying to like push onto the B site, but
I think they were too committed to going to A at that point. They should have just gone for it. They tried to get overly smart with this situation, tried to rotate to that B. Tensky got a shot through the smoke, obviously, you know, that's not going to help things, and then it just fell apart. The distances between the players were just too long for them to be able to get any trade kills anywhere, basically, and then, you know, there was just nothing going on, and CLG picking them like berries.
And now it's going to be a similar kind of round here. We've got Tensky, again, just providing that pressure towards B plat, and it's about staying alive, about just keeping keeping the CTs on their toes. And once again, we've got a bit of an A long take coming out of Dig.
Yeah, it seems a very similar build-up here from Dignitas as previously. It's worked pretty well initially for them. Obviously, they got a lot of control. They're getting a lot of control once again. It's going to be Hayes actually here down in middle, and it's going to be Cutler here towards the bomb site. And still, there's not going to be any engagement between the two. But Hayes is going to be in world of trouble here.
And that's an instant frag from AZ there. Nice entry, the pop flash play. Hayes couldn't do anything about that. And now Dignitas with a very fast approach into this A bomb site. MSL looking for the entry. Finesse diving in, taking down MSL. AZ's going to fall to Cutler as well. And this push looks like it's being stopped, but no. Tensky and Kirby getting the trace back in. Pimp is trying to push that site, but it's not going to pan out here for the Danes. Just Tensky on 10 HP. He's going to get himself a little bit of a positive engagement, but Finesse turns around and slaps him down. And that's going to be a 9-12 scoreline now in favor of CLG as we just take a bit of stock of the money here. And well, what's the financial report, Mr. Natu?
It's still going to be a full buy from both teams. Obviously, it's going to be Dignitas still able to invest fully on this round. They'll get all the nades they need. But on that previous one here, it was FNS and Cutler really made it work with this crossfire. FNS doing a quick rotation to that balcony, creating a crossfire with Cutler, really catching that attack off. And now we see Dignitas, instead of taking that long control, they take B long control, so maybe that's a build-up towards that B bomb stop. Who knows? And
neither team has any money right now. This round is basically forcing, whoever wins this will force the eco on the other team. And that push from Hayes, that's brilliant. Pimp goes down. They get some information. They spotted the bomber as well. And they, as long as they don't throw away the one-man advantage as they did previously, then they should be good here.
Yeah, a lot smarter than what MSL and Dignitas were doing in the first half when they got that first pick. Now they sort of fell back. Hayes is still in a quite aggressive positioning. On the other side of that corner, he was on the previous round where he got flashed. He's going to be facing this wall to make sure he's not going to get flashed if a pop flash comes in. And actually, Cutler is going to be the one that's going to be facing down there to the middle. He's going to be the one taking that first contact.
Wow, that setup didn't really work out as they planned. They wanted the distraction from Cutler, but it was not going to be. And it's now a really hard retake coming in from the CTs, and it's actually working out so far. Cutler and Finesse picking up a couple kills, so 2 versus 3 here for Dignitas to deal with. Still not on the bomb site directly. Nice shot across from the doors from JDM64, and then now Tensky, he's got to get himself 3 kills with 20 seconds and just try to plant the bomb. It's not going to happen. Cutler's going to take him out, and that's going to be another round for CLG and Team Dignitas. They don't have any money.
They don't, yeah. They're going to be in world trouble and going to be down 9-13 at this point as well. But Cutler was the MVP of that round easily, and he's just been racking up kills on the CT side. He's flashed actually once that attack. When they got that kill on Hayes and were coming up on that ramp, Hayes threw a flash to just blind the entire team and delayed the attack enough so that the rotation could come through connector, and they could again manage to create a crossfire. So that's going to be CLG at that 13-round point. It's going to be Dignitas in a save, and they're going to be heavily going towards the B bomb side. Tarek's going to have a bit of a party here potentially.
Uh-oh, this could be pretty brutal, pretty savage. Tarek, he's got no idea what's going on. He's just in the smoke, blind as hell, and he can't find his way out to some frags here. As the T's just pummel the bomb site, Tarek's going to find a teammate who's on the flank, and there it is. The cleanup's starting to happen, but quite a few low players here. This is kind of scary. AZ's the last man standing as well. He's got a P250 in hand. He can absolutely do more damage. He's picked up a FAMAS. He's got a minute to play with. He's going to find the kill on JDM. There's 2 more players now. If he gets the fast headshot on Tarek, he can clutch this one. It's going to be creeping up now. That's a brilliant smoke. It's going to deny AZ an easy entry, but he's going to go straight through it, potentially hit.
He has to.
He's going to try to pick up the bomb. He gets out of there, and Tarek's now looking for the shots. AZ will be spotted, and Tarek gets the shot. Clips AZ just as he gets around the statue, and that's going to be enough as he was so low. 14-9.
Yeah, not exactly the kind of party I was expecting Tarek to have there. He's just dancing in that smoke, being blind, not getting any kills until the end. Into that 1-on-2. We have FNS. He got these 2 kills though, but still things got really hairy in the end. AZ win an opportunity in a 1-on-3, baited into a 1-on-2, managed to get the bomb, but not able to win that round. And this is going to be the last call almost for Dignitas at this point. They're going to be fully invested on this one. They'll have a T side op again. They'll have a bunch of nades to work with. It'll be 14 on CLG at this point.
On the bright side, actually, if they win this round, CLG, they don't have any money. They're going to have to eco straight away.
Yep.
So on the bright side, they can generate some momentum and actually get some ecos rolling in. They're not going to be up against just a lot of buys. That's nice, but Have to get it done in this round. Again, looks like they're going to that free A-long control. It has been working out for them. CLG don't seem to want to set up here.
Look at Hayes' position here. He's going to be down in the middle here. And he could be a difference maker on this round. Tarek getting shot here. He's going to be facing 2 guys. Smart move right now is to fall back as he does. Hayes is also falling back. He's going to be facing Pimp's op though. Ooh, Pimp misses that shot though. That could have been a great opening for Dignitas. But not managing to get it. It's still going to be 5-on-5. It's only going to be 45 seconds left on this one.
The bomb is actually still down at this point. It feels like they want to push in, but the bomb is still down. So quite an interesting play. They've actually pushed 2 guys towards A, and now they're sending Kirby back towards B with the bomb. So it looks like they want to potentially go for the split here again through A. But there's 4 players here for Counterlogic Gaming looking to try to just demolish this. Intensity goes down in middle. This is a really weird round for Dignitas right now. They're going to try to settle on B, and the rotation that was caused here could actually work out because Tarek has to fall back into Connector. There is Pimp onto Finesse. That is the flank, just cut out of the picture here for CLG. MSL there by the doors is going to get himself an excellent engagement. 2 kills straight away, and that bomb is definitely going to be detonating or the eliminate. Oh no, Kirby. That is vicious.
Oops.
That's vicious.
Sorry, mate.
Poor MSL, man.
That's just disrespectful. Killing your in-game leader.
Yep.
Your captain.
Yep.
What are you doing, Kirby? That was an awkward round. Like,
that was very, very awkward.
But it just managed to work out. It was basically AC getting that kill on the guy on B plateau that really made the difference. That really opened that B bomb site. And the guys just ran through long. They noticed D is empty. The rotation had happened from CLG since they thought the attack was coming to A. And AZ getting that pick, obviously opening that B bomb site totally. And CLG not able to retake the site. That's going to be Dignitas utilizing that last call they had. And that's going to be putting CLG in a save round. And so now there's a possibility here for Dignitas to creep into this match.
Indeed, it can definitely happen here for Dignitas. Now, they just have to try to stay safe against these pistols that have been purchased and the saved M4 of Hazed. CLG definitely still going to pose a threat in this round. So what we need to see is that strong anti-force buy / anti-eco kind of strategy coming out from Dignitas. Good use of team play and grenades to clear out positions and try to abuse their strengths.
Yeah, very good position right now from the CTs. Considering the long attack is coming from Dignitas once again.
Oh
Hazed
dear.
gets that first kill.
This could be pretty problematic here. Now Dignitas have to maintain their calm here. Hayes is going to find a pop flash. Will he get the frags as well? He'll get the flash off, but not the frags. He'll go down to Kirby, as now it's just 3 pistoling players left for CLG as they make their way for the rotate. Kirby's there though with the spray. He's been quite low, but he'll still get the frag onto Tarek. The trade's coming in. Finesse gets himself a double with the CZ, and all of a sudden he picks up an AK. Sure, he's got no Kevlar, but there's only 2 players here left for Team Dignitas, and the bomb needs to be planted. Oh, he's going to get shot straight away by AZ, straight to the face. And Dignitas will save the round, but that was a little bit scary.
Yeah, that stack could have, inside hall or A-long, could have made a huge difference there. Unfortunately, 2 of the players managed only to get 1 kill out of it, and Hazed going down middle, and that could have also changed things dramatically in CLG's favor. It got a bit hairy, obviously. It was a 1-on-2 situation for FNS. There was an opportunity for him, but not managing to take it. And Dignitas is going to get that 11th round on the board, but CLG opts to go on that double save. I think it's a smart move right now since they are up on through 14 rounds. They have the rounds to play with, so double save is very much the smart move right now.
Yeah, because the AZ this time is being the kind of harassing player towards B plateau. And there's 2 men in A-long actually, where there's 3 oncoming Dignitas players. So once again, Dignitas, they could find some problems here. And the shadows will be spotted by Hayes, and that's actually very, very advantageous, of course, for the CTs to use those shadows in that position.
Yeah, it seems to be the go-to play for Dignitas. They just like to take this long control, and Tensky managed to get Cutler slightly hairy there for a moment, but still managed to get that kill to make it a 5-3 in favor of Dignitas. And still, they're not decided to what they're doing really. It's 50 seconds on the clock, so they still have a lot of time to make a call here. JDM though is gonna get picked off towards the B bombs. That seems that's gonna be attacked. Tarek gets the MSL though. That's Pimp taking down Tarek as well. So only gonna be FNS left on this one.
Yeah, this looks pretty darn nice from Dignitas. Much cleaner than the previous situation. And again, we can note that CLG, instead of trying to force bind this round or something, they decided to go for another save. And I mean, of course, it makes sense to get a good buy-in.
Yeah.
I think they're actually too low to really force, but I think one of the players wouldn't even have been able to buy a FAMAS. So
yeah, it made all sense at this point, and since they have the rounds to play with, you just want to do that. And FNS here is just going to try to force a kill. I don't think it's happening for him. Nope, Tensky's going to pick him off to make that 12-14. Still CLG up front, but the gap is closing right now, and that's just the point in time where CLG needs to start converting these rounds. Otherwise, Dignitas is going to be equalizing, actually. I mean, you know, if CLG loses this one, they're going to be on another save round afterwards. So it's getting very, very close at this point.
Yeah, it's such a back and forth match in this sense. You know, we feel like Dignitas are out of it. They come straight back in. Now they're struggling again. And CLG looking like they can close this one down. But this is a really huge buy for both teams. And we have a fast pace potentially into the B plat. Let's see if CLG is throwing the counter grenades. Starting to file in now with those nades. And JDM's in a great position to deal with Tensky if he decides to go past the smoke. But looks like he's just going to hold down for now. Maybe throw a Molotov through onto the chicken hut position behind the smoke.
There's a small gap he can see through actually on that right side of the smoke.
Oh, the reposition here from JDM. Might catch, and he'll find Tensky just as the Molotov's about to come in, and that's going to be a huge tell here for the CT. CLG now, Finesse, he can make the difference. He comes in from the back, takes down Pimp. The flank is real, and JDM's still alive on the site with that AWP. He's going to find another kill onto Kirby, just in the madness of the smokes everywhere, spinning around. AZ finally takes him down. 2-on-2 situation now, and CLG have prevented the bomb from actually being planted so far, and these positions are really awkward, but Hazy spins around again. Finesse goes down, and now it's on Hazed. Can he get it done? He's coming in from B plat, they know, and AZ's there. He finds the angle. He's going to just reposition right now, make it difficult for Haze. They're using the time on the clock, and MSL shoots him in the back. What a round there. AZ just finding all these just incredulous frags there. 3 kills out of him.
Yeah, if Finesse had the opportunity to make things happen, just not managing to convert that frag. It was easy, taking it a bit of a flick shot for him, and it's going to be putting CLG in another save round. So potentially we're going to be looking at a 14-14 scoreline, and Dignitas is converting these. Like, they're utilizing all these afterplan situations so well. Not even afterplan, but 2-on-2s and 3-on-2 situations. They're just winning most of them as this match has gone further.
We're going to get an overtime out of this one. It's starting to feel like that could really happen at this point. It's going to be very, very close. It's going to go down to one last buy versus buy sort of situation in that sense. And once again, anti-eco here for Team Dignitas. And so far they've shown pretty decent anti-ecos, or at least when applied to CLG, they've been delivering the results that they have needed. And once again, you know, taking that long control, we're seeing this again and again. It's their go-to bread and butter anti-eco, it would seem.
Yeah, they works though. I mean, you know, they'll get a lot of information for him this time around. You're going to have Hazed and Cutler here down the middle, well, trying to make a bit of a distraction before Dignitas gets further on. But obviously, none of the Dignitas players are committing to that middle. In fact, they're falling all the way back. But Hazed right now, I think he's going to hear what the T's are doing. He's going to hear that rotation go towards that B bomb site.
And there we go. 2 quick entries there from AC. Once again, this guy is just going absolutely ham in this tournament. And 3rd kill for AZ. Sure, they're against ecoing players, but you need those entries. You need the space, the openings. Oh my god. Pimp just executes AZ. You're going to have to get a replay of that one to see exactly what the hell happened there. But yeah, 2 players left. Hayes has actually found himself an AK-47, so he could be a little bit of a nuisance here for Team Dignitas. Yeah, right, he's actually going to go for the save there. Cutler looking to be the nuisance. And Pimp is going to spot him, and there it is. Now they know where Cutler is, and Pimp will take him down.
Yeah, it's only going to be Haste left. He has picked up an AK-47, so he's just going to try and save it at this point. These rounds have been so close, but yet still Dignitas has built a bit of an economy. You know, even if they would lose one here, they could buy another round. And CLG's looking at CLG's money right now. It seems like, yep, JDM can get an AWP. They will make a healthy buy out of this. And Haste getting that AK is going to save some money for them as well. So they'll have everything they need to defending on this. But all these rounds have been pretty close so far. So it's impossible to call at this point. It's going to go down to once an attack has happened from Dignitas. If they've taken over in bomb side, it's going to be, you know, another 2-on-2 probably, or a 1-on-2-3 or a 3-on-2 situation that's going to make a difference.
And the interesting thing here is that overtime is very possible from an economic perspective, because CLG already have the loss bonus. CLG can buy next round if they lose this one. Yeah. And then Dignitas have so much money now that 1 loss bonus, and they can also buy. So very interesting situation going into potentially what could be the last rounds here. And Tarek's up on the tree position as the push is slowly coming in. It looks like Team Dignitas just want this straight up. They're pushing in, they're barreling into this bomb site, and we've got Tarek just dropping down. JD is going to open things up with a defensive kill onto MSL. The bomb gets collected there by Tarek's Tensky, so let's see if they can get the plant in now. The boost coming up onto AZ potentially there, up onto the tree position. He's going to find the spray, but not the frag here. Trades back and forth, and Kirby's in a nice forward position. Spray comes in, gets two there, down to Tensky, the new man, but Finesse is going to take him down, and that's going to be that 15 rounds to 14 now. And CLG, they have to win once more against the bye, and they can take this. But Dignitas, who knows what's going to happen at this point?
Yeah, another wall of smoke strategy. The same CLG was doing to Dignitas doing that to CLG. They're doing that B strat where they create a wall of smokes to sort of slice that B bomb site into two halves. But this time around, Dignitas didn't manage to get that bomb down, and it came down to a 2-on-2, and FNS managing to close it out in the end in a 1-on-1, and it seems like it's going to be another slower approach from Dignitas, but less presence towards that A long though. It's going to be more towards the B. Maybe they're going to be building up something here to drop roam actually.
Very possible. Dignitas are like, okay guys, we really we should have secured that one. That should have been in the bag. We just didn't hit a few shots here, so let's try it again. Just add a bit of delay, just to have a bit of obscurity, waste some of the grenades, the counter grenades that they are.
Look at this.
Points of the round.
Yeah, you have two CTs all the way too long. They have this stack here inside hall. It's going to be a long rotation, but Tarek gets that first kill though.
And there it is. He's still in position, looking for some more information. Finesse now, if he can deliver a nice defense here by drop, that could be it for CLG. But we've got JDM coming in from the back here. Dignitas don't know what hit them. They're down to 2 players. Pimp and Ace need to get it done, but it's all on Pimp at this point against 4 players. CLG could very well do this right now. He's by B Plateau. They know where he is. This is a very hard ask from Pimp right now. He's got 35 seconds as well. The clock is not even on his side. He's going to find the first engagement, trying to tap down his, but it's not going to work. The frag comes in, and CLG will close 16-14. Dignitas gave them a hell of a fight, but they managed to push it forward.
Yeah, that was an interesting last down. Dignitas trying to create a bit of a B sandwich, B split happening there, but Tarek getting that kill on long. And then there was 2 players from CLG that created a crossfire in drop room, getting those kills. JDM getting 2, leaving Pimp alone in a 1-on-4 situation, and he was not able to convert. Things turn out that CLG is going to be moving on with a 16-14 win.
Yeah, very impressive. I mean, that match is so hard to call. I think these are both teams that are really looking for that, just a really big result to push them forwards. I mean, imagine Dignitas now, had they won this one, having a new player in there. The last week, they switched out Schneider for Tensky. Imagine the note that if they win this match, go forward in the tournament, that positive note could really reinforce the team. But CLG are the ones coming from America. But it looks like we do have an interview down on the stage, so take it away, Red Eye.
Thank you very much, Tarek. Well done. CLG, great comeback at the end there, because it looked like it was all getting away from you. Dignitas really putting you under pressure, and AZ just going crazy with frags. How did you cope with the end of that game?
Yeah, that was a huge struggle for us. I'm glad we closed that out because it was getting out of hand towards the second half. Honestly, it should have been we should have closed it out much earlier, I feel like, and it just slipped away slowly. We lose 1 gun round, we're ecoing the next 2, and it's just slowly they get control.
Talk about earlier on in the game, because things were going fantastically well for you. When you're playing like that as a team and the chemistry's working and all the calls are working out, what's it like with the teammates? Yeah,
it feels really good. I think we were up 7-1 at one point in the first half, and even that half, it slowly just slipped away. They just, that 1v3 that last round especially, he got that ninja defuse in the smoke. That was really unfortunate. It's just something we have to work on as a team, though, but it feels really good when everything's working, and then to have it slip away slowly is just super frustrating.
How much weight is on you as one of the North American teams? We often give you guys a bit of stick about maybe not being as good as the Europeans, and when are the North Americans going to finally win a major? How much pressure is there on you guys to keep winning like this and coming back and proving the point?
Well, I mean, I feel like we're underdogs here, no one expects us to do well, so I like being in that position, sort of, because then there's pressure. If you're Fnatic or Envy, then you're expected to make it out of groups, and then if you do get upset, it's just, you don't want that to happen. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad we finished that out, and I'm looking forward to playing tomorrow.
Yeah, so talk to me about tomorrow. What do you do between now and then?
Well, I'm expecting to play Na'Vi. We might play Envy. It's between Na'Vi or Envy. But from now till then, I mean, it's just watching demos. That's all we can really do. Maybe even come earlier tomorrow and warm up DM and just make sure game's on point.
Congratulations, well done, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Tarek from CLG. And now, before we head off towards some more commercial breaks, instead, this time round, we've got Pala waiting for us in the green room. It's all yours, mate.
Indeed, for the first time, we're in the green room, and I'm actually chilling out with the guys from G2. Michael, how you doing?
Great, thank you.
So, do you want to give a little rundown about what happened yesterday with you guys? You actually took out Mouse, correct?
Yeah, we played against them on Inferno, first game here in the group. Pretty comfortable win. We're happy.
Oh, we've got some laughs going on. Dennis, can I ask you, are you enjoying Cluj? You enjoying Romania?
Yeah, it's lovely.
And what do you think of the stadium?
It's really good. It's big, and I hope it will be full when we play.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure it's going to get more and more packed out over the weekend. So, talking about when you play, you're going to be playing off this next match. You've got Fnatic actually over our shoulder. They're going to be playing Luminosity, I think. And then after that, you guys are going to be playing TSM.
Yep.
Thoughts on that? Because it's going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah, I think it's the toughest matchup for us, I think.
Do you have any particular thoughts going into them specifically, as opposed to just, oh, it's going to be tough? You know, what is it about TSM that you're going to be looking to break down and, you know, hopefully overcome?
Last major, we played against Cloud9, and we had a revenge win because they won against us in the Faceit finals. So now we're looking for the revenge win again, and the revenge win is the best win.
Do you have any particular thoughts on what you've just seen from that match up there? CLG, they just actually beat Dignitas. What did you think of the performance from both teams? Have you got any predictions for maybe the next match between Fnatic and LG? You can maybe put them down a bit, get into their heads.
I mean, the match, it was really close. I think AC had almost 40 frags, so I thought that Dignitas would win because of that. But CLG managed to close it, and yeah, they won. About the next match, which is LG and Fnatic, I believe Luminosity can win because they have a different playstyle than Fnatic, but Fnatic is a really good team, skill-wise, so let's hope they win.
Sweet, thank you, Dennis. What about you, Michael? Do you have any predictions for the LG Fnatic matchup?
Oh, that's a hard one, but I think Fnatic will win pretty comfortable, I think, because they're probably the best team in the world right now.
Okay, so no chance at all of an LG upset?
Of course, there's always a chance. I mean, it's a best of one, but let's see.
For someone like you who's been in the European scene for such a long time and is an established professional, is it still sometimes surprising when you see a team from Brazil, you know, performing so well, or at this point, are you all used to the fact that they are top tier and they're able to produce results?
I mean, Brazil in particular have been really good for such a long time, so for me, it's no like big news that they're actually managed to win against European top teams.
Okay, well, I think that's it from the guys over here. Any final words before you go off? I think you'll probably go practice in about 20 minutes or something, or warm up. Although you did tell me earlier that's not something you're always doing, warming up for matches, or are you going to go do that now?
I like to watch your face because you're beautiful.
Well, there we go, everybody. Thank you very much, Michael. We're going to head to a commercial break and then afterwards analyze the next matchup. So, oh, no, Dennis?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm much better than Olof.
Ooh. All right, that's it from us, heading to a commercial break.